In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these granny style crochet shamrocks. They're really easy to make. They start off very similar to how you would make a granny square, where you do your groups of 3 double crochets. Normally when you start off your granny square, you would have 4 groups of 3 double crochets, but because we only need 3 leaves to make a shamrock, we're actually going to start off with 3 groups of double crochets. You can use these for so many different projects. You can use it as a crochet applique. I also plan to do a tutorial where I turn this into a granny square. So if you'd like to learn how to make this granny style crochet shamrock, please join me in this tutorial today and I will show you how to make it. Okay, so to make the granny style crochet shamrock, I'm going to use a 4-ply worsted weight acrylic yarn. And this one here is a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. The color for this one is actually called Forest Green. And then I'm going to use a size I or 9 5.50 millimeter crochet hook. So to begin, we are going to start off with a slip knot. And then we're going to chain 4. And then I'm going to join with the slip stitch to that first chain to form a little circle. Okay, so I have my little circle here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 3. And this is the part where it starts off like a granny square, except for we're not going to do a complete granny square. So now we're going to do 2 more double crochets after that, chain 3. And then I'm going to chain 2. Then I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the center of the circle. And then chain 2. And then I'm going to do 3 double crochets into the center of the circle. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 2. And normally when you do a granny square, you're going to have 4 groups of the 3 double crochets. But we're not going to have 4 groups. We're just going to do 3 groups to start because we only need 3 leaves. So we're actually going to join with the slip stitch now to the top of that chain 3 that we did when we began this round. So we have 3 groups of 3 double crochets, because that chain 3 that we did, we're going to count that as a stitch. So essentially we have the chain 3 and then we did 2 more double crochets, so that, since we're counting that, that's 3 double crochets and then 3 and then 3, and we separated each set of 3 with a chain 2. And like I said, normally when you do a granny square you would have 4 groups, but we're only going to have 3 since we have 3 leaves for our shamrock. Okay, so now you can see that center double crochet right there. You're going to go ahead and do a slip stitch into that middle one right there, that middle double crochet. And then we're going to work into this next chain 2 space in between the groups of 3 double crochets. So what we're going to do is we're going to do yarn over and we're going to do a double crochet into that first chain 2 space. And then we're going to do another double crochet into that same chain 2 space. And then we're going to do 2 treble crochets into that same chain 2 space. Okay, here's my second treble crochet, and when you do the treble crochet you wrap your yarn 2 times before you insert it. And then you do your treble crochet. Okay, so now what we're going to do is 1 double crochet and then a half double crochet into that same chain 2 space. So we're doing all of these stitches into that same chain 2 space. So we're going to continue working in this chain 2 space. Now we just did a half double crochet, so now we're going to do a double crochet and then 2 treble crochets. And this is still all in to that same chain 2 space. Okay, and then do 2 double crochets into that same space. Okay, so that completes the first leaf of our shamrock. So now if you look, this is the first double crochet of the next group of 3. So you're going to do here's the first stitch, here's the top of the second stitch. So we're going to do a slip stitch into the top. Okay, so now we just did a slip stitch into the top of that middle double crochet of this group of 3 right here. So slip stitch right in the middle. And then we're going to work into the next chain 2 space. We're going to work our second leaf of our shamrock. So go ahead and do yarn over and do your double crochet. And then do another double crochet. So we just did 2 double crochets. Now we're going to do 2 treble crochets. And then 1 double crochet. And then 1/2 double crochet into that same chain 2 space. Okay, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet. And then 2 treble crochets all into the same chain 2 space. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets. And that's our second leaf of our shamrock. And then you want to join with a slip stitch to the top of that middle double crochet of this group of 3. So do a slip stitch there. And you can see that's our second leaf of our shamrock. Okay, and then we're going to work our third leaf into this chain 2 space. So to begin, we're going to do 2 double crochets into that chain 2 space. And then 2 treble crochets. And then 1 double crochet. And then 1/2 double crochet. Now I'm going to work a double crochet. And then 2 treble crochets. Okay, and then 2 double crochets. Okay, and that completes my third leaf of my shamrock. And then I'm going to join with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to make a stem. So to make the stem, let's go ahead and chain 8. Okay, we're going to skip the first 3 chains from the hook. Begin our work into the 4th chain with 1 double crochet. And then the next stitch we'll do a 1/2 double crochet. And then the remaining stitches will have 1 single crochet. So these next 3 stitches have 1 single crochet. And then we'll join with a slip stitch. And there is the stem of our shamrock. So it's really easy. So now I'm ready to fasten off here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pull that yarn through to fasten off. Okay, so now I'm done with my crochet granny style shamrock. So I'm going to go ahead and weave in my tails. Okay, so we have finished making our granny style crochet shamrock. I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and like the video. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and I want to thank you for watching today. Have a great day.